Dungeons & Dragons, a fantasy tabletop role-playing game, has been the industry leader in RPGs since its original release in 1974. Players embark on epic quests and experience deep storylines led by the Dungeon Master, who controls the game.
I'm Kirsten Manley, I am the DM, and I created the world of Eventide. For my development process with a campaign, it's like I come up with one distinct idea for this campaign for Eventide. It was, I wanted a cowboy setting, still fantasy, still magic, but in a world where there was no sunlight. So that was the first sort of concept, and then I sat down and made a whole list of like different Western tropes like train robberies, and other, fun Western things like Mexican standoffs and whatnot. And then I made an outline of everything I wanted to hit in the campaign, and then I just sort of go from there each session. As a DM, the best sessions are when everyone's hearts are racing, everyone is really engaged and itching to know what's going to happen next. I don't know what's going to happen next. No one is in control, and it's just a matter of where the dice fall. And there's nothing like it. You can hear a pin drop, just that level of immersion, I think.
Players each take on the role of a heroic character. They develop their class, background, and take on their persona as they experience the story of the game.
Hey, I'm Becca Brown. I play Everett Whiskey, who is a level 9 rogue.
I'm Nathaniel Reeder. I play a level 9 witch by the name of Reverend Anna Blackwell.
My name is John Potter. I am playing a level 9 gunslinger named Sterling Beaumont.
My name is Christian Ford. I play Mercy Silas, who is a level 9 necromancer.
I'm Joseph Cochran. I play Athaius Treagle, and I am multi-classed as a level 6 sorcerer and a level 3 paladin.
Where these characters come from is often more complex than picking the hero with the best stats.
I think one of the first places I go is music. I try to find a song that seems to fit a motif I'm wanting to fill, a class I haven't tried, or something new to go down a route I've never played before.
It depends on how tragic I want my character to be. I'll focus on I want this to happen or to feel this pain. So I decide on that. I listen to a song or watch a movie, get a quote and stuff like that.
I these days like to find a mechanical concept within the rules of the game that I find interesting to play, and then develop a backstory around that might explain why my character has those abilities.
Dungeons & Dragons sets itself apart from other role-playing games by being primarily story-driven and wholly unique to the Dungeon Master, the players, and the experiences born of their combined imagination.
D&D is just, I get to put a lot of myself into D&D, whereas other games, I'm playing a character that's already preset, they've got their own pathways, but D&D, I get to choose what I do, and I get to choose how I act 100% of the time. So that's really kind of what draws me to it as opposed to other games where, I get to decide what I think is fun and then go find that.
I think one of the things that sets D&D apart from other games is that there are 3 collaborators. It's a storytelling game between the DM, me, the dice, and then your players, of course. And so the DM has no control over what the players are going to do. The players have no control over what the DM is going to do, and nobody has control about what the dice are going to do.
You can be good, you can be bad. You're not stuck in an archetype. You're not on a linear story. You're not told what you have to do, what you don't have to do. You can just do whatever.
Dungeons & Dragons boasts some 48 million fans around the world by the end of 2020, and does not appear to be slowing down. Seeing the effect Dungeons & Dragons has on its players, it's easy to see why.
You just have to be comfortable with people to get those really good experiences, and there's something very real about that. Even though you're playing a fictional game, the kind of shared experiences are very real and very bonding.
For me, it means friendship and new experiences. I never know who's going to sit down at that table sometimes if I'm playing with strangers, and I can make a new friend that day. And playing with my ongoing friends, it means connection to them. I've been able to keep the same group of friends well after high school, when many of them would have moved away and I would have lost contact because of this game. So I think it really means so much to me.
That's how, not exactly how I met my girlfriend, but we definitely share that we both like playing that game. Also, it creates a lot of really tight bonds with your friends and making new friends, and I don't know, it's just a really fun game to play.
Oh man, I think D&D means so much to me. I think it's allowed me to keep connections with friends from high school, like all of these nerds, and then I've also been able to create new friendships and hold on to them because we can reach out to each other and be like, oh, I was just thinking about this experience from years ago. Do you remember how funny it was when that crazy thing happened? And you can just instantly connect again. So yeah.
Personally, D&D used to be an escape. When I was playing a character, I had no problems, no sorrows, unless, I made them. And it's just been a fun way to be with my friends and stuff like that.
D&D really means, hanging out with my friends, making great stories. It's a very creative outlet for me. So I really enjoy that because I've got a lot of creativeness in my head, and having just a weekly outlet for it where I can make something awesome with my friends is really what I think is the best part about it.
Dungeons & Dragons has shown to increase focus, cooperation, problem-solving, leadership, and risk management skills in its player base. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have its challenges.
Getting everybody together every weekend can be really tough because everybody has different things that they're trying to do.
I've gotten over a lot of it now, but it's like when I first started playing, role-playing was very difficult. Trying to get into the mindset of your character, it's a lot like acting, where it's not, your character isn't you. So you've got to really think about what does your character want to do versus what do you want to do? Because me, I want loot and epic adventure, but my character might be a little more skittish, So getting into character was always kind of something that took me a while to figure out and make sure I was making the right decisions based off of my character.
Combat, I do love combat, but if I play a complicated character, keeping like what spells I can do, like how many times, stuff like that, I still have to write things down. Now I have a binder, and my friends still have to help me with math.
In the end, Dungeons & Dragons is a game about storytelling, emotional experiences, and friendship. The players keep the game alive.
I will play it as long as I'm able to roll dice.
Yeah, every week.
Just more, give me more.
Yes, I think I will be playing D&D for a very long time.
All right, great. So, how long have you played D&D?
D&D? No, I've never played D&D.
You've never played D&D?
No, never.
So what do you play?
Have you ever heard of a game called Diablo?
No.
So it all started in 1997.